What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing our match review and analysis of the game between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League, which Manchester City ended up winning 3-0 to make it 16 wins in a row for Manchester City in all competitions. Before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. It is free. We're aiming for 16,000 subscribers now. We're less than 500 subscribers away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Let me know your thoughts of this victory in the comments below. Do leave a thumbs up on this video if you did enjoy this video. So without further ado, let's start off first with our match review and what happened in the game. So Tottenham Hotspur ended up having their first opportunity and kind of their best opportunity of the game. Came via Harry Kane from a free kick in the 13th minute. A weak challenge from Aymeric. Laporte see Kane go onto the floor, doesn't make contact with the ball, makes contact with the man. Referee gives a free kick, and Harry Kane sweetly hits the free kick. Thankfully, it hits the post, doesn't go into the back of the net, and it rebounds and comes out, and Ederson ends up saving the cross that came in, I think, from Lucas Moura. So danger averted there for Manchester City. Then City ended up getting a penalty on 22 minutes. Hojbjerg going through the back of Ilkay Gundogan. Referee points to the spot. Good decision that by the referee, was a penalty. Ederson's furious, he wants to take the penalty for Manchester City, claims he's City's best penalty taker. It's at a poignant stage, 0-0 in a game, so City decide against Ederson doing that because if he misses, he hits the post, crossbar, it's saved, and Tottenham end up gathering the ball. City are in danger of conceding the goal, so I can see why not having Ederson take the penalty was an option there. For Manchester City. Thankfully, Rodri does put the ball into the back of the net. Not a very convincing penalty at all from Rodri, but apparently, been reading some of the comments made in the post-match interview, and Rodri had said that with City's penalties, they aren't good enough, and he wants to be able to take one and put it into the back of the net. Well, he still needs to work on his technique. Lloris really should be making the save. It isn't in either corner. There isn't too much power on the shot. It is low down. It is hard to get to. Rolls over Lloris's wrist and goes high up into the back of the net. He'll be very disappointed, and City led 1-0 going in at half-time. Then coming into the second half, Spurs brought on Zinchenko for Moura, looking for a little bit more bite in their midfield, and game plan for Jose Mourinho completely undone 5 minutes later into the 50th minute when Ilkay Gundogan, through a great passage of play, kept alive. I will give a big shout out to Gabriel Jesus, playing it around. Good run from Raheem Sterling, good combination between Sterling and Foden for Sterling then to find Ilkay Gundogan, who takes a good touch, gets half a yard on the defender, and gets a nice low shot in at Hugo Lloris again. He's going to be very disappointed because I felt like the keeper should make the save. It goes under him and into the back of the net. A good finish there by Ilkay Gundogan, Mr. Whippy, the man that is in form for Manchester City, making it 2-0, doubling City's lead, and yeah, City ended up making it 3-0 on the 66th minute. Ederson couldn't take the penalty but does get himself an assist with a long ball downfield. Sanchez, I thought Dyer and Sanchez both had good games for Tottenham as well, up until that moment, just couldn't deal with Ilkay Gundogan, tries to make the block, ended up trying to make the block with his head diving onto the floor, reminded me a lot of John Terry trying to make the block against Germany for England back in 2010 in the World Cup, committing with his head. Wasn't enough on it. Coolly finished there by Ilkay Gundogan. I've seen someone edit a picture up of Ilkay Gundogan as in-form prime Ronaldo that played for Brazil. Great edit, that one, and a great finish from Ilkay Gundogan, grabbing himself a brace. The only negative I've got from this game, really, is Ilkay Gundogan ended up picking up what looked like a groin injury. I'm hoping that isn't a strain. If it is, he could be out for a few weeks. If not, I'm hoping it's just a little niggle, just a precautionary measure that he was taken off, get that seen to, let him relax his muscles, relax his groin area, and yeah, hopefully he'll be good to go for the next game. I'm awaiting news on his injury. Not had any news, and I would say this is a case like Rodri. If getting no news is good news. It means that there isn't an injury, so fingers crossed that Ilkay Gundogan is okay. Now, what I want to speak about is two players for Manchester City in this game, in my opinion, that made the difference. The first player, let's speak about him, Ilkay Gundogan. He is having a sensational season. The January Premier League Player of the Month. He's on course, in my opinion, for the Manchester City Player of the Season. He's scoring goals from midfield. He's reminding me a lot of what Yaya Toure did for Manchester City back in the 2013-14 season that we won the Premier League title under Manuel Pellegrini. He's just sensational. He's in form. He's in confidence. He's finding the back of the net. He knows exactly what he's doing. When things aren't going his way, like the penalty miss that he had against Liverpool last weekend, he's picking himself up and he's still managing to score goals. And he's just, he's vastly improved over the last few weeks for Manchester City. And he's just showing that with Kevin De Bruyne being out injured, that we haven't missed the impact of De Bruyne being out injured. And that is all down to Ilkay Gundogan and how good he has been. Playing in that double pivot role for Manchester City. Can slot in, play the defensive role, can cover the gaps, but he's also getting forward and he's showing just why Pep Guardiola once spoke that Ilkay Gundogan's capable of playing as a number 9. He's capable of playing as a striker. Well, he's calm and collected and cool in front of goal. That's why he's capable of playing the number 9, scoring the goals for Manchester City. And what I will say, long may it continue. I'm hoping that he is now not got an injury for Manchester City. The last thing we need right now is our best player, and who would have thought I'd be saying that at the beginning of the season, Ilkay Gundogan picking up an injury, because he's just been that good for Manchester City. And teams, quality teams, Liverpool, Tottenham, these are not rubbish sides. These are two very good sides lacking in confidence, being torn to shreds by the German international Ilkay Gundogan, and it's just sensational to see. Another player I want to speak about very quickly is Rodri and how well he is doing. I thought he might be targeted in that second half. He's just so calm and collective on the ball. People do speak about him being the long-term Fernandinho replacement, and people seem to think he's going to be that tough, tackling, defensive reading player, but he'll be the Fernandinho replacement, but he'll be the replacement that plays in his position in defensive midfield, not a player replacement for Fernandinho, not the tough tackler, because he's completely different to that. What he oozes is confidence and quality on the ball, his ability to pick out a pass, his ability to switch the play from left to right, his ability to just cool out danger when there's danger there. It's just really good to see. Cancelo, I think he's thriving when he's cutting into the centre of how well Rodri's doing, and it's all being impacted by how well Ilkay Gundogan is doing as well, and it's just really sweet to see it. It's absolutely brilliant, that little partnership that's forming in midfield. And we've got another little bit to that partnership that's forming. We've got a right-back midfielder in Joao Cancelo, and we've now got ourselves a left-back midfielder in Oleksandr Zinchenko. How well did Zinchenko do in this game? He's having to go up against players like Lucas Moura, Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, and also Eric Lamela as well, and Gareth Bale when he came on as well. Didn't look out of place. He looked brilliant. He was making tackles, he was making interceptions, he was winning headers, he was doing everything you'd come to expect from a strong defensive Manchester City side under Pep Guardiola, which is what we've seen in this 2020-21 season, and he's just flourishing, and I'm absolutely delighted for him. I said in my live stream yesterday that we've all picked on Zinchenko. City want a left-back. Zinchenko that's going to leave. He said he wants to be in one of them top 3 clubs in any of the top 5 European divisions. I remember laughing about it and thinking he was a bit delusional. Well, I can see why, because he's a really top quality player. If there's any player right now that's sweating on their City future, it should be Benjamin Mendy rather than Oleksandr Zinchenko. Once again, Zinchenko showing just the quality that he definitely does have. For Manchester City, we keep another clean sheet. It's 16 wins in a row. We're in form. We're playing with lots of confidence. It's really good to see. And also in this game, we didn't have Ruben Diaz. He's only had a couple of training sessions, so he was put on the bench, and Laporte played. And Laporte, other than giving that free kick away, which Kane nearly scored off, didn't put a foot wrong. And he's put in another top quality performance for Manchester City. So now we've got a bit of a selection headache. With Zinchenko doing so well, it's not a case of move Laporte to the left side of Manchester City's defence and play Laporte, Diaz and John Stones, because they're 3 very good players. It's now more of a case of well, how do we get Laporte into the squad? I'm expected to see more rotation between Diaz, Stones and Laporte now, and Kyle Walker being kept out of the team by Joao Cancelo as well. It's really good, the form that Manchester City is showing, and City do have, with lots of games coming, a selection headache, which is a good thing, by the way, with players needing to put in a good performance when they do get given that chance. We've got Everton coming up for our next game. It's our game in hand. It's a chance for Manchester City. I filmed this video before Manchester United have played in their game against West Brom, so I can't speak about if they've moved on to 48 points or not. So at the moment, it's Leicester sitting in second place, and if City do win against Everton in midweek, our game in hand, with 14 games to go after that game in hand, would be on 56 points, 10 points clear of Leicester. Worst case scenario, if United win today, we would be 8 points clear of Manchester United as well, with 14 games to play. play. Puts us in a really good position, but I'm not getting ahead of myself here. That Everton game is a crucial game for Manchester City. It's another free hit. We had a free hit at Anfield. We played with lots of confidence, and it helped us to end that hoodoo. We're going to Goodison Park again. It's a free hit. Worst case scenarios, we're 5 points clear of Manchester United if they win and we lose against Everton with 14 games to play, and we've still got that little bit of leeway there. We've still got to play Leicester away. We've still got to play Manchester United at home. So there's lots of games for us to look forward to, and there's still a long way to go until we can start speaking about Manchester City potentially winning that Premier League title. But it is looking good, but all we need to do is take it a game at a time. Let's focus on that game against Everton. Win that game puts us in a very, very strong position, but like I said, still got Leicester and United to play. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Liverpool looking in dire straits. If Manchester City win that game in hand, we're going to be 16 points clear of Liverpool. They're going to struggle to get that back. So Liverpool, they're accepting actually that they're in a scrap for the top four rather than the title race, with Liverpool's form deteriorating fast and looking quite the opposite of Manchester City, lacking in a lot of confidence and no longer having the belief, whereas City just can't stop winning, can't stop scoring, and can't stop keeping clean sheets. Last note, Ilkay Gundogan, sensational, hopefully injury-free, ready to go again for that Everton game. So there we go, that has been my match review and analysis of this game. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget also to let me know your thoughts in the comments below of what you made of this convincing 3-0 victory for Pep Guardiola's side over Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur team. Also, don't forget to subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Plenty more Manchester City content to come for everybody to look forward to. We've got a transfer update coming tomorrow. We've got a live stream for the watch along for the Everton game. We've also got live stream highlights and stuff that you can go and check out from that Spurs game, the preview and everything. We're rolling out videos thick and fast for everybody to look forward to, so don't forget to subscribe. It is free. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Less than 500 subs now away from my target of 16,000 subscribers. Social media links, they're in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And I've been JSGC. I hope everyone did enjoy the video. I'll be back again tomorrow for another Manchester City video. I hope everyone is safe and well too. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.